Hello! This is the one episode rule. I'm Magpie, and I'm very tired today. So I'm going to be bringing you that exhausted millennial energy. Can the rest of you introduce yourselves?
I'm Blackall, and I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum because this weekend I walked like 7 kilometers for no good reason.
Great.
There is no good reason to walk 7 kilometers. Hi, I'm Emma. In the second episode I was in, I made a Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood joke, and I finally earned retroactively the right to make that joke because I just watched all of it.
Awesome. You've also earned our respect.
No.
Now you've lost my respect. You've been firing off JoJokes in the other chat for weeks on end, and you haven't earned that shit.
Well...
Although I will give you that one about Key and Peele being stand users was really fucking
funny. God.
Who could it be? The enemy stand users could be anybody.
But they look like that.
We need to include that image in the show notes now that you've referenced it.
Toss it in the liner notes. I'll find it.
Post it in there.
But
audience, open image 1 and scratch and sniff.
Probably shouldn't do that to your screen, but
don't tell me what to do.
Anyway, Joey's not here, so nobody's here to break us off a piece. We're lost.
It's sad.
Joey was having a nap,
but we're lost without the piece. But
can I come up with my own segment?
Oh God,
I'm afraid of that.
Oh, what can I say? What is uniquely me that I can bring to the table?
Oh. I'm afraid of anything that could be.
I can tell you facts about radiation.
Well, all right. Well, you know what? Just this once, give me a fact about radiation.
Did you know that the word scram is used in nuclear reactor technology to refer to shutting down the reactor in an emergency scenario? And a story about where the word scram comes from was that the first nuclear reactor, which was built underneath the fucking bleachers at a goddamn football field, they had like these control rods tied to a rope, and the control rods basically control how much radiation is generated. And if they need to stop it at any point, they have to push the rods into the fucking reactor. And so what they have is somebody in the banister with an axe ready to like slam the rope to like make it so that gravity will pull the rod in. And they called the guy a safety control rod axeman, which, if you take all the letters together, stands for scram.
Scram.
Yeah.
I have a radiation
reactor.
Oh.
That reactor was under my high school, and that's why I'm 30 feet tall.
Yeah. That's probably the most... I probably should have just said that the first reactor was built underneath a fucking football stadium, like, viewing stands, because that's probably the most, like, what the fuck, really?
I've got one, and I so rarely get to bring this up. I do actually have a radiation fact, which is I don't remember the whole story, but the U.S. government used to make all these cores. They used to make these reactive cores out of plutonium or whatever the hell they happen to have. And there's one that was called the Devil Core, and it was called that because there was some jackass who was testing the reactivity, and science was fast and loose back in those days. So he was doing it with he had this like clamshell set up around it of tungsten like plating. And what he would do is open and close it with a pencil because the tungsten would reflect a bunch of the energy basically back into the core and make it really angry.
Yes.
One time he was doing this with a screwdriver and he slipped and poked it, and the resulting radiation killed everyone in the room.
Did you know, not only did that happen, but the same core was also involved in another accident, which also killed another person?
Yeah, the devil, or is it the demon? I forget. One of the satanic core has killed multiple people.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about anime.
Yeah.
Is any of this usable? Is anybody gonna sit through that like 20 minutes of radiation? I hope so.
That was only maybe 5 minutes.
It felt longer. So what anime are we doing?
We this is our first episode that we're gonna put up like the week we recorded it. So it's not exactly live. It's gonna go up like a day after we record it. But I figured we'd use the opportunity to do a viewer suggestion. And
What an absolutely swaggy idea.
and it is in no way an attempt to chase the current cultural zeitgeist by choosing a new anime. Anyway, but a friend of the show, Louis, has suggested that we give Fire Force a look.
Fire Force. Interesting.
Fire Force. I have secured the means to watch it.
Okay. Have you secured the means of production?
Yeah, no,
Not yet. We're working on that one, though.
not yet. Emma, you're not going to tell me you've seen this, are you?
No. I have seen approximately 2 seconds of the intro from a friend's Twitter because they're really horny for it.
I'm sorry, Emma, but now you're disqualified. 2 seconds is 1 second too much.
1 second too far.
That's true.
Just kidding.
Even with the
Now, if it was 3 seconds, then it's a bit
Then
questionable.
I'd be.
Even with the horniness exception.
Listen, I was not horny for it, but
Well, we'll see where you lie after we watch the first
that
episode.
remains to be seen. Let's get that bread. So, I was relatively impressed that this show started with a face explosion.
yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Started off strong.
It's got
Don't
into
smoke, kids.
just like no, not even the kind without cigarettes is healthy anymore. New
Well,
data
if we're-
suggests.
If we're jumping right into it, I want to cut this right off the top of my list, which was guy with red eyes. I wonder who the main character is.
Well, I mean, actually, normally, guy with red eyes wouldn't be the main character these days in anime.
I suppose, but I think given everybody that he appeared around, it was kind of like, oh boy, I wonder who's important in this train car.
Yeah. Guy with red eyes and sharp teeth.
Yeah. I was about to say we could rate this protagonist on the Kirito scale.
Yeah, it's pretty low on the Kirito scale.
Like he's fairly unique looking.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just get this out of the way. Pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought so.
Which it had no right to be because it's an anime about firefighters who kill demons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about Catholic firefighters who banish flame spirits from the earth.
It took me a second to get into it, honestly. Like there was that the same with Kaiji, just that like overwhelming like, oh my god, it's an anime about firefighters who kill spontaneous human combustion victims who become demons.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was actually pretty good. The animation was beautiful, which
It was. It really was. The first thing I wrote was nice flame animation, which I guess it kind of has to get right, you know?
Yeah, there's a lavish amount of detail paid to animating fire correctly, which has probably awoken my latent pyromania again.
Same.
Yeah.
There is a strange, just like primal feeling in me that like every time I open a new tab in Firefox, I do just type fire into the URL, and I'm like, no, wait, what am I? No, I'm trying to go to Twitter. What's going on?
What's going on here? Why do I want to see my house in flames?
Yeah, speaking of seeing things in flames, there's a This character, they get into it a little quickly, like they're trying to, like it's a race. But they do get into main character development and backstory and stuff. Surprise, surprise, main character of this has some fire-related trauma. I don't think they're gonna approach anything like realism with that. Because unfortunately, people who have fire-related trauma are never able to confront fire again.
Yeah.
No, not typically.
See,
I mean, it's a complicating factor because he is partially fire.
Yeah, this is the thing. He does just sort of emit fire.
He's got hot toes.
He probably got used to it pretty quickly. Also, now that you've said hot toes, Emma, you've activated my trap card, which is the little zinger I put in here. Which is the little zinger I put in here, which was a flamin' hot foot fetish.
No.
So you won for this round.
Damn it. Every time I think I'm safe, Blacko pulls another fucking... Anyway.
I'm going to definitively say that the show doesn't contain any foot fetishists because just simply because of it lacks the focus on the feet.
I don't know. There was that one part at the end where the captain was like, "Finish this in one shot with those feet of yours."
Yeah, really though. That's what I was thinking.
I think his boss may just be an idiot.
His boss is an idiot. Which can I say I love about him?
By the way, boss much more interesting character than 99% of the characters with powers because he has showed up to fight fire with an axe.
Just an axe.
Yeah,
he's just a guy.
Yeah, there is a great big section of my notes that's just like, okay, basically what these fire persons do is they go, there's a spontaneous human combustion. People become aware of this because suddenly everything is on fire. They call the fire department. The fire department sees that it's not just a regular fire, and they call these people. These people's job is to go and deal with the fire demon.
Yeah, we didn't actually read the summary, did we?
Yeah, we have.
But this is a good summary.
I really just want to get to the fact that one of these persons showed up with a gun.
That's what I thought.
The fire with a gun.
And
the firefighters are fighting the fire with guns now.
There's information on screen that tells us this man has fire powers.
Yeah.
It tells us he's a pyrokinetic, but he just pulls out his fucking Uzi.
Oh, God.
What's his deal?
Sometimes...
Maybe,
well, it said he was a second-generation pyrokinetic, so maybe the second-generation ones are only kind of good.
Sure.
And, like, he's just like, yeah, I am, but I haven't practiced, and I'm kind of out of it, and I'm not really that good, so I just use my fucking gun.
I'm tired, and I didn't eat lunch today.
It's like he's a better marksman than a fucking...
Maybe... Now, here's my radical Fire Force theory. That gun is only full of bullets. There are no gun parts inside of the gun, and he uses his firepower to...
Oh, so he just fires them with his mind?
Yes,
that's pretty fucking good.
To shoot a hollow gun full of bullets.
That's exactly as stupid as anime deserves.
It's like a pellet gun, but like...
Yeah. It's just a fucking Nerf gun.
He bought at the store, and because he's got these super like fire powers, he can shoot them like a regular gun. That's excellent. It's a good idea.
So
if that's not in the show, I'm going to be disappointed. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I'm going to be a little bit upset. I also want to throw in there that like towards the end, I was like, why is this so good? Like this does not have any right to be as good as it is.
Yeah.
And then I saw two very special names in the credits. Justin Cook, who many people maybe would know as Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho. He was apparently like an assistant producer for this series. And then who else but Gen Fukunaga, who is the author and artist for Fullmetal Alchemist.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I was kind of getting some Fullmetal Alchemist vibes in the fact that like it's kind of like a fantasy world in a way. Like they've got like a weird religion, which isn't obviously like are they like ostensibly Catholic, or is it just a religion which has a similar?
It's not technically Catholic because they mention the god's name is like Sola.
They're Crystal Dragon Catholics.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crystal Dragon
Crystal
Catholics.
Dragon
Okay.
Catholics.
That's what that
Yeah,
is.
so just
Um,
like weird religion, also like that the first opening shot was like the cityscape, and it's sort of like a weird mix of like old European, but also like there's a train down the middle, and it's like it's got weird mixes of modern and fantasy, which you see a lot in at least the first Full Metal Alchemist series, which is the
Yes.
only one I've watched. But
That's,
should watch
that's
the other
fair.
one.
Brotherhood's great though. Brotherhood is great.
didn't you just
because-
watch Brotherhood?
Listen, I'm a shill for Brotherhood now. Brotherhood has a story.
Brotherhood is your mom now.
Brotherhood is my mom. Gen Fukunaga is my mom. She did not write this, as far as I know. I believe this is actually made by the Soul Eater guy.
Okay.
Oh, that explains some things.
Which it does explain one very particular thing, I think.
It's why he's like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I float something past y'all?
Sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I did want to mention earlier, which is it's kind of a downer now that it's separated, but I was talking about fire trauma. If you want an actual example of what fire trauma does to a person, you should look at Herschel from LA Noire and how he reacts to the various arson cases that you're on.
Wow.
But,
if we're talking about fire trauma, do you mind if I bring up something I read in a paper a while ago?
Sure.
Okay.
Which was about selective amnesia. And basically in the paper it described like a young boy or not a young boy, more like a teenager. And a small fire broke out in his basement and he freaked out, ran out of the house, down the street, had a full-on mental breakdown. The next day, completely forgot all memories since he was 10.
Oh.
And the reason why he had that fire trauma was because apparently when he was even younger, he watched someone burn to death in an automobile accident.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah,
That'll do it to a person.
That'll do it to you.
Like,
Yeah.
fire is ruinous to the human mind.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Fucking man, Hephaestus just fucked us up forever.
Yeah. We discovered it, we tamed it, but then,
Hephaestus, the Forge guy? That's
yeah,
not right. You're talking about Prometheus.
that's what I said.
Okay. Sure.
nice save there, Buckaroo.
Can I
Okay.
mention the fact that their fire truck is called the Matchbox, and that's the
I
best?
know, I wrote that down too. I was like, of fucking course, what else would it be?
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's a good show. I didn't listen. I saw an anime nun in a firefighting costume, and I was like, "This is fucking no." I already know everything about the show, but then like, it's like actually tense and dramatic, and the characters are good, and
Yeah.
it's the backstory is sad and stuff. And
It's seemingly
the
okay. Yeah.
main character wears Adidas slides, so
Yeah.
which I identify with. So.
Did anyone notice, if we're jumping around and picking out random things that we noted now, did anyone notice the very, very beginning? The nun lady did the Naruto run.
Oh no.
Listen, folks. The Naruto. First of all, it's Naruto,
Shit.
and second
Excuse
of all,
me. I think you mean it's Nalt.
it's Nardo. And second of all, it's been a trope in anime long before Naruto came along.
It
Okay.
It has to be Nalt because the extension of that is Bort.
Bolt. I'm pretty sure the Disney Pixar film Bolt is Boruto in Japanese.
Yeah, it's
this
the
one.
Western adaptation. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Bort.
Bolt.
Um.
Why are we in Bort City now? We're talking about anime here.
We're talking about Boruto.
Boruto.
Y'all seen Boruto?
Eat my Shoroto.
You know what? I saw a clip or two from Boruto, and I just went, "This is better animated than it has any right to be,"
Mm-hmm.
because it's real dumb.
I wish Boruto's hair didn't look like that.
Well, it didn't look like his father's fucked up hair.
He's got Naruto's like back, but then like Hinata's like front, and it looks like he's got like clip-on bangs. Whatever. We're getting off topic here. Fire Force.
Yeah, Fire Force.
Which is Naruto not called Fire Force in Japanese. It's another one of those like Shingeki no Kyojin things where like the Japanese title that it like the English title is from Japan, so you can't really question it, but it is totally different from the Japanese title.
Well, what's the Japanese title translate?
Blazing Firefighting Corps.
Okay. Well,
Core.
I can see.
I just want to get an aside here and remark that grown-up Naruto looks like it's really fucked up to look at.
Why are we talking about grown-up Naruto?
We have to go back to Naruto for just a second. Grown-up Naruto looks like every single man I've ever seen at Planet Fitness. I don't understand.
He's still got the whiskers. It's so fucked up.
He's still got the well, I see a lot of men with whiskers at Planet Fitness. You see?
Can you guys please at least post one photo of grown-up Naruto to our channel so I can look at it with my God-given peepers?
Okay, I'm gonna post a fucked up one then.
Okay. Oh.
He looks like Marshall Mathers.
He looks like fucking like
that's
Marvel's The Flash, but without his costume on.
That's really fucked up, Emma. He's got the real 8 Mile shit going on.
He genuinely looks like Eminem.
If you had one shot, one opportunity, you better believe it.
That's it, man.
Jesus Christ!
I'm getting too date by old for this shit.
Why is he wearing a fucking like zip up hoodie when they're like fucking from like feudal Japan?
No, listen, Naruto, they have cell phones in Naruto.
What? I didn't know this.
They have cell phones.
I literally know nothing about Naruto. I thought I assumed I suppose that because he was wearing a karate outfit this whole time, that they would be in some kind of olden time zone.
He doesn't wear a karate outfit. He wears a fucking tracksuit.
Oh,
he does.
Well, clearly I haven't been paying attention too. So I guess now it makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, I was thrown for a loop when in one of those early arcs they pulled out a fucking cassette tape and put it into a VCR.
Yeah. They have TVs.
Wait, what?
They have TVs in Naruto. Why are we still talking about Naruto?
We can't do this.
Can we watch the first episode of Naruto at some point?
It's like a bonus episode just be Naruto.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's just talk about Fire Force.
Okay. All right.
Desperately, something. Give us something.
Okay, so could we maybe go to the place where so it feels like every single anime I watch, except for a few, always gives me the little cringe moment. The moment where I'm like, oh no!
I'm gonna have that.
And I'd like to I feel like you all will know what this one is, but at some point the women of the show have a shower, and of course there's a shower scene, a male gaze shower scene, which is required, of course, by Japanese law.
Okay.
And later they're talking, and like the protagonist, whose name I do not remember,
Shinra.
Shinra is looking.
The only person whose name I remember.
Well, Shinra is looking at one of the women, and he sees her breasts, and he thinks, oh, I have saucy thoughts in my brain. And then I don't know who says it, but the words, is that the smell of a damp woman, grace the bottom of the screen in subtitle format. And I realize, oh God, I'm going to die here, aren't I?
No, it's okay. It was the captain is like, he's like squatting on the desk behind him, whispering that into his ear.
That's also very bad.
To harass him. To be like,
my bones are sand.
He's like crouching and like leaning in, and he's like, is this the smell of a woman? Yeah,
Emma,
that's totally what you're thinking, isn't it? And he's like, I wasn't thinking that at all.
That is so much worse.
Michael, do you have a problem with the scent of a damp woman?
Do you have the problem with
Did you say the sound of a damp woman?
No, I said the scent.
The sound of a damp woman is just like...
It's the sound of feet slapping on the floor.
Playing with that foot fetish. Anyway, that was the one point where I was like, "Yipes!" But also the very end credits where they had the fan service of the nun in
know-
like the
Yeah. Did you guys watch the end credits? Because
I
I
did.
thought you were gonna say the cringy part was the fucking little girl nuns in the shower.
yeah, that was pretty yikes.
It's not good.
I don't know where that. It was that ending was pretty like light for fan service, but I did think it was very interesting that it decided to go directly from washing oneself in the fountain in the courtyard to, oh, look at all my charred dead friends.
Yeah. I thought it was a very bold move for them to be like, okay, here's the nun's backstory, just in the ending theme.
I'm like, are they always going to show us this backstory at the very end?
I
Can I
should hope
skip it
so.
next time?
It's just like, remember, she's ruined.
Yipes.
Can I get? I
mind
want a
is
crop
fucking
top that
destroyed.
says that on it.
Crop top that says "Remember, she is ruined."
It just says,
Can that be
"Remember,
our
I'm
first
ruined."
item of merch? Can that be our first item of merch, please?
Right after the Gamer Girl tap water, yeah.
Yeah, of course. Sure,
It's coming. Keep your heads on a swivel.
Oh, gee whiz.
I'll look into some short run printing.
Oh yeah.
Well, hey, you could go on Redbubble, upload your wares, and they just make it whenever people buy it.
Yeah, true enough. It's not like we're gonna be like entering any upsetting moral territory there like anybody else on Redbubble.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Anyway, check out our Redbubble. One episode.
Gamer Girl tap water. Remember, she is broken. Wait, what was? Remember, she is ruined. Rather.
I would love to see like a Redbubble like a marketing person's reaction to the attempts to put the tap water on there. It's just like, what do you expect us to do with this? Do you expect us to manufacture this?
Oh man. I'm wouldn't be surprised if like no human eyes touch the stuff that they make, and it's just like pumped out of some kind of like
It's just a machine.
t-shirt generator. Yeah. Some idealized manufacturing device that only produces Gamer Girl tap water.
It's just like, I'm afraid our machine isn't rated for creation of broth. I gotta get
Oh
away.
my lord.
We gotta shut this down. I gotta get away from this picture of Naruto in like casual clothing. It's fucked up.
Okay, I've got a few more things to say about
We better listen.
flame watchers or flame touchers or whatever it's called.
It's Fire Force. It's just called Fire Force.
Okay. So forest fire. Let me tell you, the Aurora Borealis, eh?
Oh.
That was a thing.
May I see it?
And the
At this time of the year, in this part of the country.
yeah, someone made a Fire Force like
kitchen.
if someone made a fucking Fire Force X like steamed hams thing, it would end up with like Skinner turning into like
An infernal.
yeah, an infernal and like just burning the house down.
No, it wouldn't. It would end up with Seymour's mother turning into an infernal.
Oh
No,
yeah, that would
Learn
make sense.
the lore.
Learn
I'm
the lore.
I'm sorry. I'm a fake fan.
You're a steamed ham.
Oh god.
Okay, it's time for this to be over. I'm very
No,
tired.
I've got a few more things to say. I was a good little student and I wrote down lots of things that I want to share with my
Very
friends
little
and family.
Then
Okay.
get on with it.
Okay, I'll shoot them off real fast. Okay,
Don't.
I'll do it without breathing. Excuse me, and then knocks him down. Did you remember that at the very beginning where he's like, "Excuse me," and then he knocks the
He knocks him down, and then the
fire
other guy just grabs him and goes, "Huh?" and throws him backwards.
Asshole.
It's like, get out of here, nerd.
Yeah. I like the outfits that they had on. The fucking like weird mix of like a firefighter's outfit and a mage outfit. I thought that was kind of cool.
I like how that one girl got her own special hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. The nun and the witch both have special hats.
Yeah. They need them to do their magic.
To do their job.
Yeah. I thought the intro music was nice.
The music in the show is very good.
Yeah. What else do I got? I liked how his mom also had fangs.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
like
red
that's a nice. That's a genuinely nice touch.
Yeah,
mean,
it's like, oh, of course, of fucking course she would have fangs. What
I
am I
mean, she's-
thinking?
I mean, she's ashes now, so she doesn't anymore.
She doesn't. Well, she might. Her dental records might have. Okay. Well,
I wonder how that happens. Are there going to be other characters with fangs in this show? I sure hope so.
feel like it. I'm gonna say no, but I don't know for sure.
That's suspicious.
Well, the one last thing I had in my notes, which I wanted to say was, I'm really hoping that this firefighter anime will use all the firefighter lingo, like backdraft or like negative pressure, to explain the way that fire moves around.
Are we going to talk about Backdraft, like in Backdraft, where the fire comes out of the locker to burn the guy? It was hiding in the locker, waiting for it.
God.
You guys want to watch Backdraft?
What is that? I've never heard of it.
It's really stupid. Don't worry about it.
Okay. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Now my notes are clear. Now I can close my note-taking program.
All right. Emma, you got anything?
Emma, did you take notes?
Yeah, I took notes.
Are you a good little student of the
Why
craft?
was the afterlife called the Great Flame of Fire? That's my last note.
That's very weird.
That's a good point, yeah.
We've returned her to the Great Flame of Fire.
That's like the fucking meme where it's like Timmy Turner wishes that everyone will go to hell. No.
No.
Has anyone else seen that?
No, I haven't seen that one.
It's a
no, somehow that one missed my radar, Blackle.
Jesus.
Timmy Turner wishes that everyone will go to hell no matter what.
I wish everyone in this podcast would go to hell no matter what.
All right, I'm closing this.
Good night, everybody.
I'm condemning this building. Goodbye.